I closed a $10,000 deal back in September with a healthcare company in just 2 weeks using an AI automation that took me 30 minutes to set up. The healthcare industry is desperately looking for sales automation specialists right now. They are literally trying to replace nurses with AI agents to cut down costs. So if you're looking to tap into this 4.3 trillion industry without any sales or coding experience, then this video is exactly what you need. In case you're first time watching, my name is Saad and I've scaled my sales agency from $0 to $80,000 a month in about 8 months using AI automation with no good tools like Make.com. I went from a bouncer that was making $15 an hour to freelancing. Then I got banned with over 2K held hostage by the platform, unfortunately, to me saying, screw it, I'm just going to go all in and start my own agency. And I've managed to scale it to 7 figures. So the goal of this channel is to show you exactly how to build these sales systems so you can land high ticket clients, achieve financial freedom, and never have to worry about a stolen income just like I did. So whether you are a freelancer that's tired of unpredictable income and you're sick of justifying your worth to low value clients that don't value your expertise, or you're just a beginner that wants to learn how to do this without any sales or coding experience, then this channel is for you. So first, I'll start by explaining why the healthcare industry is booming right now, especially with AI and automation, and then how you can position yourself to take advantage of this growth and close deals with these companies. Then I'll show you the exact Make.com automation system that I built to automate personalized outreach, reaching out to thousands of these companies with ultra targeted one-on-one messaging. I've personally sold this Make.com automation to a variety of lead gen and marketing agencies that I consult with, ranging anywhere from 2K all the way to 8K, depending on the scale and the volume of the projects. So without taking too much of your time, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so here's why the healthcare industry is one of the best niches to go for. So in December 2024, the healthcare niche was getting serious pressure to use AI and automation. Hospitals, clinics, and employers take forever to adopt new tech. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's like legal compliance and there's like 10 people involved in buying decisions. Also, investors want to see traction fast, okay? Especially in startups that raise funding and are immediately under pressure to show revenue numbers, customer conversations, and close deals. Just because partnerships in progress doesn't look good on a pitch deck when they show that to their investors. And trust me, they are very, very tech savvy, but suck at getting sales. They think outbound is scary and unfamiliar. And from the founders that I spoke to on a daily basis, they don't know how to do outbound. And I remember I was in a referral call with a Microsoft affiliate, and they thought people still send emails manually. You can easily impress them and get the deal. So just to save you the hassle, their ideal client is always going to be some sort of healthcare firm. So now their ideal client is always going to be clinics, healthcare firms, healthcare organizations. And you can easily fulfill the project since the information is everywhere. You can easily get access to this data, whether you're going to scrape Google Maps or you're going to scrape databases or like directory databases or like industry specific databases. There's always ways to do it. Okay. And it's also a 4.3 trillion industry, but they are painfully outdated. Okay. So healthcare startups right now are building tools to modernize everything from patient monitoring to billing, and they're getting funded like crazy. But the hard part isn't the tech, it's distribution. So they only rely on referrals. Okay. So this actually was a community request, and I'm just going to read through it right now. Hey, Saad, hope you're doing well. Appreciate your help and the value you provide. No worries, my friend. Would love if you can build a sales system that target healthcare companies that were recently funded. The system handles the enrichment using all the tools we have in the command center and uses the messaging will hit for those leads. Thank you. Yeah, no worries, my friend. I'm going to build this out for you in 30 minutes. So obviously, when you want to start building a sales system, you want to identify the platforms that you want to source leads from. You also want to pre-draft a dream email. So here's the dream email that I would recommend everyone that's watching use. Obviously, you're going to have to add your little colors to it. Don't copy it word for word, obviously. But here's the dream email that we're going to be using. So this is handwritten, which is what I would recommend. So whenever you want to target an industry or want to build a sales system for you or for your clients, you want to pre-draft a handwritten email that's specific for their ideal customer or your ideal customer, and then basically just turn it into a template using the data that you're going to gather later on. Okay, so hey reader, congrats on building a remote monitoring platform that actually puts patients first. Blending real-time data with actual useful insights is something a lot of healthcare teams are still trying to figure out. Saw the recent funding and want to reach out with a solution that could help you keep the momentum and land more partnerships faster. We connect healthcare startups with clinics, hospitals, and employers using AI and automation so your team can stay focused on high ROI conversations. We did this with Healthcare AI and helped them land a deal with Microsoft. So it's kind of like my little flex here that I've worked within Microsoft affiliates. So if partnerships are a priority this quarter, I'd love to show you how it works. Think of it as a shortcut to building pipeline without burdening internal bandwidth. So this is the language they use so that they appreciate more of a growth partner lingo, just because these people, right, they are more of like a suit and tie. So usually there's like a discovery call, there's like a demo call, and there's like a closing call where you just go ahead and close them. So let me walk you through the actual company that I worked with before. So it's called Healthcare AI. Let me just freak you out a little bit. So essentially what they do is they build AI agents, right? And this is really creepy. Yeah. Yeah, look at this guy. And these companies typically have product market fit, so it's pretty easy for you to get them, meetings right now because their product is already working. And you can see here they're funded by Y Combinator, which is, yeah, I can already see the money. Okay, so now we have the pre-drafted email. Let's just go ahead and scope out a project together, shall we? So let me click on this plus button, diagram shape. So just thinking about it, the lead sourcing database that I'm going to be using is going to be Apollo. So scrape Apollo for recently funded companies. It's probably going to be seed A, seed B, also angel, and seed C. And maybe we can add a couple more. Yeah, okay. So scrape Apollo for recently funded companies. And what we're going to do is we're going to scrape Apollo using Apify, obviously. And then next thing is we want to enrich decision maker. So enrich decision maker and find their emails. And then step 3. So once we find the email, okay, so we're just going to add email found and validated. Because you want to deal with emails that are valid, obviously. And then what we're going to do is we want to generate a hyper-personalized message, which is the same that we have here in this dream email, right? Like a non-surface level observation. So non-surface level observation about the recent progress, milestones, and case studies, for example. All right. And then step 3 is we're going to have to, so once we generate the non-surface level observation, we're going to plug into our dream email. So plug into dream email and push to instantly for outreach. And by the way, I'm just using instantly because I like instantly. I think it's the best. It's better than smart lead. I think that smart lead's warm up is pretty much cooked right now. But yeah, I think instantly is the best currently. So, okay, so scrape Apollo for recently funded companies, enrich decision makers, email found and validated. Then we're going to generate a non-surface level observations, plug into dream email. Obviously, there are going to be multiple little steps between all of these big steps, just because when you want to start building a sales system, sometimes, okay, you have in mind like a workflow, and then it just turns out to like a million different modules. Okay, so now step 1 is going to go ahead and scrape Apollo. So I'm just going to go to apollo.io. And I'm just going to log into my account. And in your case, just click sign up for free. And a little hack is you want to click on free trial and select pro plan. Just do it and trust me, you're not going to have issues. Okay, so I'm going to go to people. So go to people. And then step 2 is we're going to go ahead and build our list. Okay, so I want you to basically pay attention to this. So step 1 is I'm going to go to fundings. and I want seed. I want Series A, Series B, Series C, and also angel. Okay. I'm also gonna choose, Series B. Okay. And location, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose United States. Just because, if you don't know, there's like 650 startups every single day in the US. So, United States. So this is for everyone who said, "Oh, we're reaching out to everyone." Nope, my friend. Okay, so what I would recommend you, what are the personas I would recommend you go for? It's definitely going to be founders. So founder. Just type in founder. And okay, so founder. I'm at 7.5K. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to industry and keywords. And these are the industries I'm going to go for. So click on industry keywords. And it's going to be health, wellness and fitness, health. Yeah, mental health care. This is huge. Imagine an AI agent that acts like a nurse for your mental health. Creepy. So health, hospital and healthcare. Okay. So you see the 617 results. Do not be intimidated and check this out. Watch me just increase the volume and like. So just type in director. And at 3.6K. Awesome. So the cool part about Apollo is that it's a keyboard, it's a keyword search system. So like CEO is not the same as founder. CEO and founder is not the same as CEO and co-owner or owner, you know? So that's pretty much it, I believe. So seed, Series A. Yeah. Let me check this company. Chronic case management solutions. Yeah. So they have case studies. They have a product. Oh, wow. Highest grade HIPAA solution with Amazon. See? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to scrape Apollo. So I'm just going to go to apify.com and I'm going to sign you up to the platform. So click on Get Started. And then just to save you all that friction and headache, just click on Create Your Account using Google. And the account that I'm going to use is probably going to be this one. I believe I don't have an account here. Oh, yeah, I don't. Oh, I do. Okay, I don't. So I'm just going to put in my phone number right now. Okay, great. So full name is going to be my full name. And username, let's just type in King of Outreach Saad. Hopefully they don't. This name is forbidden. I always get this for some reason. Okay. Outreach Lord. Okay, great. So step 2 is I'm going to go to search for actors. I'm going to type in Apollo. And the one that I'm going to be using is going to be from this guy right here. It's called Code Pioneer. Which one, actually? Let me just go to this exact profile. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah. So click try for free. Okay, great. So this is Apify Actor doesn't actually use your cookies. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this URL, paste that in here, and total number of records required. Just go ahead and scrape 3.6. 3,600. Make sure you toggle get emails and get personal emails, and go to run options and make sure you click on, you toggle no timeout and click on start. Click rent actor and then click on save and start. So this actor actually uses its own cookies. So that was pretty quick. Scraping successfully started, fetching page 1, etc., etc. And it's going to find the contacts. It's going to find the emails. Okay, great. Let's actually look through these companies together. Anja Health, cord blood banking. Wow. So meet Anja's cord blood banking, your baby's health safety net. How does it work? Yeah. So $200 upfront. Okay. So more companies are more implementing like this TikTok strategy right now. Okay. Let's see another company. PredictHealth.inc. Yeah, okay. So look at this. Predict Hair. Wait, let me just read through this. You see this? Predict Health helps healthcare organizations grow their medical. I told you, like, it's always going to, like, their ideal client is always going to be a healthcare organizations. Like, I've worked with multiple right now, and they always like, okay, so they are also listed in Crunchbase, which is pretty interesting. Well, it makes sense because they were recently funded. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Funding prediction. It is very likely that Predict will raise another funding round. Okay, so that means our data is pretty accurate. Okay. Yeah. Prediction and insights. People. Okay, so here's the founder. So this is the founder. Copy. Okay, so this is the founder too. Okay, awesome. So let's go back to round and check. So at 300 results. And just looking at this, you notice there are some records where we don't have the email, but rest assured, we're gonna find the email together. Like there's always ways to do things, which is the cool part about the internet, is that you can always do things. It just depends on whether you want to devote the time and energy or whether you have the budget for it, right? So we're just gonna wait a little bit, so we're at 2 minutes. As 400, it's probably gonna take us like 10 minutes to scrape all of this. So I'm just going to leave this to scrape and I'm going to get back to you, okay? Okay, sweet. I'm at 3,200 results. Only 400 left. So once it's done, let me just close these tabs so you don't get overwhelmed. And now I'm going to go to make.com. Okay, make.com, which is going to be my no-code tool. And I'm going to go and create the scenario. So click on this create a new scenario. I'm going to build the automation now. Okay. So click on Apify right here. You see this Apify module? Either click on it or you go to search apps and modules and just type in Apify. Scroll down. It's going to be get dataset items. Okay. And then you're going to have to go back to run and you're going to go to settings. So this button right here, click on it. And then now you're going to go to API integration. And you see this API key? This is the API key. So default API token. So we're just going to use it. So click on this copy button and then go back to make. Click on Apify, click on add. Connection type is going to be Apify API token. And this is your API key. So click on it. So paste it here and it's going to be Apify API token and click on save. Okay. And then what we're going to do, let's just go back. So 3,500. Okay, and then let's just wait 10 seconds. Okay, great. So now we have 3,500 results. So I'm going to go to storage and then copy this dataset ID. So copied, go back, and you see this the dataset ID, just simply hard code it here. Scroll down, you see this limit, just put 1 for now, okay? And click on save. So now if I click on run once, I simply will get access to this data from Apify and make.com, so I can, manipulate it and do whatever I want to it. So I have the co-founder, email status verified. Obviously, even if Apollo says that the email is verified, you want to double check, okay? So we have the states, we have the seniority, we have functions, etc. So basically all of this data that we're going to need to essentially just have like a super powerful outreach. Okay, so now let's go back and look through this data together. So you see that we have a couple fields where we have the emails and a couple fields where we see null. So we're going to have to cover this. So let's just go back to make. We're going to click on this plus button and we're going to go to flow control and choose router. So we're going to have 2 routes, okay? So let me just zoom out. And before I proceed any further, Let me just put myself here so you can see everything. Okay. And then now we're going to have to add a filter here where it's called email. So email exists, and the condition is going to be search items and look for email, and condition is going to be the email exists. Okay, click on save. And the second router is going to be email does not exist. Okay, and the condition obviously is going to be email, which is the email that we found right here, does not exist. Click on save. So if an email exists, what we're going to do is we're going to have to validate it. So click on this plus button, and then just use like an email validation platform. It's called mails.so. Okay. So go to API, and it's going to be, this is the API key. So just copy it, and then go back to make, and then just type in mails.so, validate a single email, and then click on add. Just paste in your API key, and then let's just name this, for example, healthcare sales system. Click on save, right? And just simply map in the email address, which is going to be the email, and click run once. So in our case, the email does exist in the first record. So results. So it's a catch-all. So this email is not safe to send to. Okay, great. Okay, so this is how you basically validate the email. Now, in this request that I have, this handsome fella said, using all the tools that we have in the command center. So I'm just gonna go to my command center, which is essentially just like a whole tools of like arsenal of tools that are specifically get kept for the community. Just because like my thought process whenever we build in this, and shout out to our developers called Sammy, like we wanted to lower costs for people. So instead of them like just joining the community and having to like just pay for the community, and then when they want to actually do the work, they have to pay for, tools. Like it's friction. Like there's a lot of friction in that. Like the bottleneck is always going to be tools. And I used to get this too. I was very cheap with tools before. Like I was always like, especially email finders. Like they're very expensive because the one that I was using is called An Email Finder, and the pricing is like ridiculous. Like, come on. So assume you're gonna go for monthly, 1,000 credits, like $50 a month. So obviously you're not gonna reach out to just 1,000 people, right? How can you scale? Like you need like at least like 25K or like 10K, etc. And it's like 10K is like $200 a month. This is very expensive. Like you're just not gonna have the capacity, especially if you're just getting started. So I was like, you know what? Let me just build my own damn email finder. And this is what we did, right? Shout out to our developer. He was the one who developed it, not me. So now what we're gonna do is let me go back, and then let's just use the email verifier that we have, just because I showed you now how you can use mails.so. If you're wondering how much it costs, let's just go to mails.so, and it's pricing. Where's the pricing? Mails.so pricing. Okay, there's no pricing here. Okay, here's the pricing. So again, it's okay. Let's go to unlimited. How much is this? When a platform is weird and when they like try to hide their pricing. Okay, so $50 a month. Okay, and this one has 50,000 validations per month included. But still, it's quite cheap, but still, But yeah. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just delete this module right here. And what I'm going to do again is, unfortunately, I have to redo the filter, but it's fine. I'm going to click on this button. I'm going to go to make a request and HTTP requests. And it's going to be make a request. So I'm basically just going to ping my API, which is going to be email verifier, right? And it's going to be, let's just click on try it. And this is the request. So it's a GET request to this email address. So email equals email. And headers is going to be authorization. And simply, I'm just going to put my API key. So I'm just going to go to get your API key. So essentially, every member that joins, they essentially just have to type in their email. Yeah. And they're going to have to click on send. And essentially, they're going to get their API key, which is going to be in response. Now, obviously, I'm going to hide it. So this is going to be, again, email exists. So email exists. Click on save, and then let's just run once. So yeah, catch all, risky, just like we had with mails data. So, okay, sweet. So when the email does not exist, what we want to do is essentially we're going to use an email enrichment platform such as Any Email Finder, like I said, or Find the Email, etc. So in our case, if let's say you want to choose Any Email Finder, because I know that my viewers don't have access to the command center. So simply go to Any Email Finder, and once you sign up and you're going to give them their money, you have to go API, and then I believe I have to go to app first, and then go to API. Right here. And obviously, I'm going to have to rotate this API key because you do not want to expose your API key for the entire internet, but I'm just recording a video. So go back. It's going to be search for a person's email. Click on add. Paste that in here. Click on save. And go to search by domain. So go to domain, and it's going to be website. So website URL. And the full name is going to be the person's full name. So name. Okay, great. So now let's just run once. So obviously the first one is going to be catch all, like we said. And then let's just go back here. So the first one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's just run it at 5 records, okay? So 5 limit is going to be 5. So just we can get access to the ones that don't have the email. Okay, so first one, obviously we know. So the command center is pretty quick. Wow. So second email is, so second email is valid. Great. Third email obviously is going to be valid too. So deliverable. Awesome. And then let's see. So Any Email Finder actually found the email. Yeah, so we found the email. So now we're covering all our bases. Okay, sweet. So now I'm just going to use the command center. In your case, just use Any Email Finder or similar, right? But just because the community member asked for entire command center walkthrough. So condition, again, we're going to add another condition, unfortunately. So email does not exist. So email does not exist. Click save. And now we're going to use HTTP again, make a request. And it's going to be the URL that we have here. So just paste in the organization website here. Email Finder. So copy this, go back. So it's going to be API master, SSM master's full name. So the full name is going to be the full name of that person, which is name. And the website is going to be this one right here. Boom. And then again, we're going to have to copy authorization. Okay. Go to headers authorization, and it's going to be my API key that I have. And then now in terms of limits, we're going to keep it at 5, and then let's just save this. So email exists, we're going to validate using the command center. So we validated 4 emails. The cool part about the command center is it always gives you the emails that are valid and deliverable. Okay, so now we covered all our bases. So if email exists, we're going to have to validate it. If email does not exist, we're just going to have to try to find this. So step 3 is we're going to have to, again, we're going to scrape their LinkedIn page. And the tool that I'm going to be using is, again, going to be in our in-house tool, is going to be the LinkedIn Company Scraper. Okay, so let me just copy this. Go back, another HTTP request, make a request URL here. And then we're going to have to map in the company LinkedIn URL. So it's going to be, this is the one. Okay, get, again, authorization. I'm going to have to put my API key, click on parse response. And now let's just run this at 1, just 1 limit. And then run once. And we forgot to add a filter here, which we're going to add now. So here's the actual results of the LinkedIn scraper. Imagine this. Like, this is crazy, right? So you get the company info, company name. You get the company slogan. So essentially, we just scraped their entire like LinkedIn page. Okay, we have the company website. We have the company address, similar publications, even similar like so if they post like a post, you're gonna see it here, and we have similar companies. So think about it. You can say, hey, and you can just like compare them with their like with similar companies in your outreach, right? So that's an idea for you. Okay, so we're gonna have to add a filter here, which is condition. Email. Actually, we're gonna have to do status equals deliverable. Yeah, status equals deliverable. So email valid, question mark. Click save. And this is gonna be scrape company LinkedIn. And this is gonna be validate email using SSM. And this is going to be find email using SSM. Okay, let me just save this now, auto align this. And then again, we just have to copy this. So email, now we're going to have to do if email exists here. So email found, click on save. And now what we're going to do is we're going to have to generate a personalized line. So I'm going to click on this plus button. I'm going to use Anthropic Claude, create a prompt. Myoprocess internal, go to model. Just thinking about this. Yeah, we probably need to clean the company names first. Yeah, we have to. Okay, so what I'm going to do is you see here, you see this company name? So Foundation Radiology Group. Now we want like to clean this company name to like RDG or like RD Group. So we're gonna go to Claude. We're gonna use like just 750 tokens, add messages. Role is gonna be user, and content is gonna be text, okay? And then we're just gonna use a prompt that cleans the company names for us, and it's gonna be in my 7-figure prompts. And it's gonna be company name cleaner. Paste that in here. I'm gonna leave it in the resources. So go to company name, which is gonna be the company name, which is name. And domain, we're just gonna have to pick the domain here. Headline is the person's headline, which is headline. Okay. Click save. We're only gonna clean the company name if the email is found invalid. Yeah, obviously. So let's just name this company name cleanup. Save. And then again here, the domain is gonna be the find an email using data. So data is gonna be domain. Okay. So let's just run once. So the first one isn't valid, obviously. So let's just try the second one. And that's interesting. Let me just check this. So this is deliverable. So status equals valid, not deliverable. Okay, so valid. Okay. Now let's just run once. Okay. Yes. So the company name is actually what? So organization. So yes, hearing. Okay, so the company name is called Yes Hearing. Okay, great. So now it sounds more natural, okay? So again, what we're gonna do is once we clean out the company name now, what we're gonna do is gonna have to generate a personalized line. So, okay, so let's just go back here. So we scraped Apollo, we enriched decision makers, email found is validated. Now we're gonna have to generate a non-surface level observation. Again, we're gonna have to click on this plus button. use Anthropic Claude, create a prompt. Obviously, you can use any AI model that you want. So I'm just using Claude because it's the best with text outputs, okay? So max tokens 3060, add messages, user, and content is going to be text, okay? And then I'm going to go back to my prompts here. And the one that I'm going to have, the one that I'm going to copy is this one right here. Okay? So simply paste it here. And then we're going to have to add casual, simple, casual language. And then we're going to have to feed in the data script of the company info, which is going to be company description. And then we're going to have to lower the temperature a little bit to 0.6 because we want more of a casual tone. So save again, run once. Congrats on making hearing aids more accessible, tackling both price and convenience barriers that keep 75% of those with hearing loss from getting help. Wow, this is really good. Yeah. So non-surface level personalization. Okay, and now we just have to copy this and Control V. So Control C, Control V. And now the only thing you have to do is just feed in the data scraped off the LinkedIn again, same thing. So I believe we need to first get access to it. Okay, so the way we're going to get this is, let me show you a hack. So let's just run this module only. And then we're just going to have to hard code the organization LinkedIn URL. So copy. And here's how you can get it without like running the entire flow. So click on run this module only and simply hard code it. And there you go. Now we can get access to it. So link this. And then we're going to have to, again, map in the data, which is the company description. Save. Okay, so now we clean the company name, generate a personalization. Now we're going to have to, so, okay, this is what's done. Now we're going to have to plug into Instantly. Okay, great. So let me just add Instantly here, which is going to be Instantly. Add leads to a campaign, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Instantly and show you how you can authenticate your account. Verify are human, yes. And then go to login. And then let's just name this IT Health, or let's just do healthcare recently funded. Okay, so now we're going to have to go back to make, and then we're going to have to, but before actually, I need to walk you through how you set up your connection. So go to settings, go to integration, go to API keys, go to version 1, copy your API key, go to add, paste that in here, save, go to campaign ID, and it's going to be healthcare. The lead's email is going to be the lead found here, which is valid. And the first name is going to be first name, last name. Company name is obviously going to be the result. Okay, so the result, which is Blackbird here. And personalization is going to be, actually, we need to add the dream email. Yeah, let me unlink this. I think we skipped something. Oh yeah, plug into dream email. All right, so what we're going to have to do, click on this plus button, go to tools, set variable, and then this is going to be dream email, and the dream email is going to be hey, and we're going to have the first name dash, and then we're going to have again the congrats line that we just where's the congrats line? Yeah, this is the one. And then we're going to have the copy that I walked you through in the beginning. Copy, paste that in here. So saw the recent funding and wanted to reach out. And we did this with Healthcare AI. If you guys don't know, we actually just included a new feature for SSM, which is basically a white label case study. So members now they can say, we partnered with MyoProcess and we helped Healthcare AI, which is a name drop, which is like Microsoft. So this is kind of like like a new thing, like a cool feature. So now members, even if they don't have a case study, you can say, like they can say, we partnered with Bioprocess to basically achieve X amount of revenue for this company. So what I've done is essentially I blocked the day and I just emailed all the past clients that I've had and I went on a call with them and I informed them that my community members are going to have the partnerships with me now. Okay. So if a company just reaches out to me, I'm totally going to back that member, if that makes sense. Okay. So that's pretty much it. Let me just save this and then plug this into Instantly. So now the personalization is going to be the dream email. Save this. And now just basically copy these 2 modules, paste them here. And then now the text response is going to be the text response. And again, the personalization is going to be, the company name is going to be the text response here. Save this. And I believe we have an issue here. Yeah, email. Okay, so email is going to be data, and it's going to be the email. Save this, and then let's just run once. Yeah, we forgot that the first email is not valid. So let's just actually just put 50 in terms of limit. Okay. So here's the dream email. Hey, Hope. So what a name, Hope. Congrats on making hearing aids more affordable and accessible, bridging the gap that keeps 75% of Americans with hearing loss from getting the help they need. Okay, great. So let's just go to, okay, so if it's not going to find the email, it's going to query the find email SSM. Let's go back to Instantly. And the leads are getting added here. So let's just put in personalization is going to be, there you go. And subject line, what we're going to do is let's just type in more healthcare clients for company name. Yeah. And I'm also going to add send from my iPhone. Okay. So I'm adding my leads. And I want to read through the second one. Brad. Hey, Brad, congrats on revolutionizing patient access. Creating tech that cuts through healthcare. Notorious red tape is rare. Yeah, this is good. Let's see, Blackbird. Hey, Matthew, congrats on building a comprehensive mental health approach for young people. Seeing the whole child when others only treat symptoms is genuinely transformative. Okay, let's see the second, this company here. Hey, Fritz, congrats on building a healthcare solution that addresses the access gap, not just the technology gap. Snap Calorie. This is Hey, Scott, congrats on creating an AI that beats human experts, turning the tedious task of calorie counting into a simple snap. Yeah. Okay, so now we're currently running this. And as you guys can see, it's going pretty well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so the only thing you have to do, let me just stop this. You're going to have to leave this empty and then just run the entire flow and all of your leads will be added to Instantly so you can start your outreach. And that's a wrap. Now you have everything you need to start automating your entire outreach using Make.com. So if you're looking to land high ticket clients, it's definitely one of the best niches that I would recommend you go for. So thanks so much for watching. Appreciate your time. Leave me a comment down below and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.